Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm good.
We are live. Hello and welcome to Talk Chef. I'm one of your hosts, Reka.
I'm your other host, Jordan.
And today we have the immensely talented, funny Kait Thompson.
Hi, thank you guys for having me on the show.
Kait, we're such We're such fans.
I'm such a fan.
If you don't know Kait, one, why? Two,
what's going on?
She's very funny, improviser, comedian. If you're a Dropout fan, she's been on various sketches at College Humor and podcasts, and she was also the illustrator for Erotic Clubhouse. So all the demented art you saw, that was all Kait's idea. Weirdly.
That was all dirty. Hey, it was you and Jess's idea, and then I just brought it to life. I had to read vivid descriptions of like Frasier characters fucking each other, and then be like, are they on the chair or they're behind the chair? You know,
yeah.
But it was a lot of fun.
Can I ask what was the most disgusting thing to draw?
The most disgusting drawing. I mean, you know, I think that sex is beautiful, and I'm not disgusted by any.
Absolutely, and that was a test. Okay.
The one thing that was tough was like when the Power Rangers had to fuck each other, and like Bulk and Skull were like watching, and like, you know, that was the only time where it was like, it was more of a perspective problem than
the perspective for sure.
Yeah, than anything.
Incredible. Well, we're so excited to have you, Kait.
Yeah, thank you.
Before we dive in, a couple orders of business. First order of business, you guys know this is a food charity-based live stream, and this season we're doing what we did last season, where we do a big fundraiser extravaganza on the final episode of Talk Chef for season 5. So stay tuned for that. We'll be announcing the charity closer to that finale, and it's gonna be fun. Last time we had really stress-inducing, very high anxiety but very fun raffles and
it was awesome. I learned what an auction was.
Absolutely, in real time. You can go back and watch that.
It was incredible. I thought an auction was just a raffle basically, and then people were like, no, an auction is its own thing, and it was kind of beautiful.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna be real fun. Again, you guys raised over $1,000 in one evening for Haitian Bridge Alliance last time.
Incredible.
So let's do it again.
Okay.
A second order of business, Kait, is something we didn't tell you.
Oh shit.
You have to run a marathon.
Yeah.
In like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Just like every episode of Top Chef has a quick fire, so does every episode of Talk Chef. It's not cooking related.
Okay.
It is all Kait preference related.
Okay, great.
But you only have 45 seconds. So that's the fastest quick fire in Top Chef history.
Yeah, that's really fast.
Not to make you upset. But just in case you're going to kind of pull one of your classic Kait Thompson moves where you go, fuck this, fuck Jordan, fuck Reka, I'm not doing this, I'm out.
Turn my computer off, run away. Yeah.
Classic tantrum. Let me tempt you with some prizes here, because if you complete this 10 question quick fire challenge in 45 seconds, you will get.
Okay.
God, it's like so cool. I can't even say. You will get a deed to the Terlato Wine Vineyard. Oh, what's Terlato Wine?
Have you heard of it?
Do you know what it is?
No.
You're not alone. Nobody does. It's a wine vineyard that sponsors Top Chef seasons like 6 through 100 or something.
Oh, Terlato.
Oh, okay. Danny Terlato and the
Yeah.
Guardolini family. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the Terlato Wine Vineyard, I mean, I think the people we've had on the show that have had the wine say it's not very good. I'm sure it's kind of like, I would imagine it's somewhere between like a yellowtail and like some like one of those wines that has a fancier name than yellowtail, but it's basically yellowtail kind of
Yellowtail sushi, you mean, right?
Yeah. I imagine. Yeah. So this is good wine.
Yeah, it tastes kind of like yellowtail sushi. And
yeah, it kind of, you know how wine can taste like fish sometimes. So
it's salty. It's more of a brine than a wine.
It's sort of umami. Yeah. But when you get the little bits of sushi rice, that's when it's good.
Delicious.
Yeah. So you can win a deed to that vineyard, which is located in the depths of hell or something. And
I'll have my own little piece of it.
You'll have your own piece of it. It's an investment. It's kind of actually cool. It's an investment.
Yeah.
Another prize you could win is your own personal suite of broken GE appliances, just like you see on the show. So
Beautiful.
we're talking about an oven that doesn't get up to temperature, a fryer that doesn't get up to temperature, a refrigerator that doesn't.
Mandolin slices your hand off.
Mandolin slices your hand off. Okay.
Handling.
Handling. What's
Oh
up?
God.
Yeah, hashtag handling. That's when you slice your hand off with a mandolin.
Dear God.
So all of that could be yours if you complete this quick fire cake.
Okay. All right.
Are you ready? Because I'm going to start the timer after Jordan asks question 1.
Okay. Ready.
All right. Kate, could you watch people judge your art in real time without crying?
Yes.
Who would you rather hang out with, Dane Cook or Toby Young?
Dane Cook. Yeah.
Soda and dessert, heaven or hell?
Like Pepsi and anything sweet? Heaven.
Have you ever heard of Chef Academy, the TV show?
No.
Do you like diet soda?
No.
Describe Jamie, the contestant, in 2 words.
Jamie.
Jamie. She's a lesbian and she makes scallops a lot.
Oh, right. Oh, well, okay. Yeah. I mean, those are kind of the 2 words, right? Okay. Yeah. Oh, I know. Graphic tee.
Perfect. Is Toby Young funny?
No.
What dish represents you?
I have what I'm eating is couch mix. It's like trail mix, but you eat it on the couch. And that's what I have in my tea.
Yeah, but you don't actually have to hike to earn it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. You don't have to do anything. It's just if you have a couch, I guess.
Kate, unfortunately your time is up, but I do like the really long, hard consideration on Jamie's descriptors to ultimately just go with the 2 things that Jordan said, which were lesbian and scallops.
I'm trying to jog your memory.
Yeah, I think that's fun. It's actually,
those were the perfect descriptors. And then, I mean, graphic tee really does come to my mind for her because she's got, I mean, it's like, we're in 2009. It's like, there's, it's like just tons of graphic tees all around, but she really likes to rock them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is the episode where we get the world's most iconic line. This isn't Top Chef, or this is Top Chef. It isn't Top Scallop.
Yeah, that's a big line for the series.
Great line. Yeah.
Big ratings hike.
She's cooking the hell out of Scott. I mean, she had something to prove, which is fine. And she did that, but make me, I don't know.
It was a different time. Let's even hop into this. Okay.
Yeah.
So the quick fire. This is an example of quick fire where people were shitting their pants a little bit because they had to make a sweet treat.
Yeah.
But then Padma and the chef whose name I forget, even though I did watch all of Chef's Academy.
Esteemed pastry chef.
Yes. You could say
Dr. French Michael or whatever.
Dr. French Michael. I think that was it. Dr. French Michael and Padma take away all the sugar. Yeah. So they have to make a sugar-free dessert. Now, I was going to say just a little corollary. It is always slightly goofy to me, unless it's like a situation with like a person who is diabetic or whatever. When it's like sugar-free challenge, like, but you can use honey and agave and maple syrup and sugar.
And Dr. Pepper.
And Dr. Pepper and Pepsi.
And say Dr. Pepper while you're pouring it into your blender.
Yeah, exactly. If you say Dr. Pepper 10 times, you automatically win.
I need people to show themselves in the chat. Who here is regular soda and who here is diet soda? Because I need to know.
Kate, can I ask you? Do you like soda? And is your answer, you said you didn't like Diet Dr. Pepper.
I do like soda. I typically don't like diets. I'm like, if I'm gonna, because I don't drink it every day. Maybe if it was something where I drank it every day, I would consider diet soda more. Mm-hmm. But like, since I'm I like kind of will have soda like at the movies, or if I go to like get certain food, like if I go to get like tacos, or if I go to get like hot dogs or burgers or something, I'll get a soda. But so yeah, that's not every single day for me. Yeah. So I just go full, bore with, I just get like whatever regular. Yeah. Coke or orange soda usually for me.
Oh, yeah. Orange soda.
Yeah. Orange soda is so good.
My family also drinks orange soda, and sometimes my grandparents will be like, "Do you want juice?" And it's orange soda.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's a fun
that's my
trick.
kind of family. Because I'm
There's
a
pulp
soda-
in here.
I love that. I'm a soda monster, as some of you might know. I absolutely love it. I'm fully addicted to it. Not a big drinker. I also don't drink coffee. And I really love soda. I used to, in high school, every day for breakfast, would eat a chipwich, which is like an ice cream sandwich where the sandwich part is chocolate chip cookies,
Delicious.
and a can of Coke. That was my breakfast every day freshman year of high school. And
How did you feel? How did you like feel in high
I
school?
felt incredible. Now I would have to go to the hospital.
I was
Right,
gonna
right.
say, Kate,
As a
Jordan
freshman in high school, you
famously-
could just do that and then live your life and be awake for
Incredible.
15
Yeah.
hours in a row.
Yes. It is funny to think of high school breakfast. Like my high school breakfast was like a chicken boca burger inside of a bagel and a
Sure.
giant cup of chai. I'm like, wow, that's a crazy breakfast.
That's
I guess.
relatively
I love
healthy.
that. I love that. Sometimes I would do like leftover pizza or like noodles or whatever. I still do that. I'm not a big breakfast person. But what I do want to say is I think anyone that likes diet soda over regular soda is wrong. That's maybe my most
Okay.
controversial opinion. I think that's sick.
I mean,
I-
they're just that. I feel like diet soda is just there so that you can conceivably like drink soda all the time and be like, okay, I'm maybe not having as much sugar, but isn't
Some
aspartame?
people prefer the flavor.
I don't mean to upset you, Jordan. You know, I don't like soda.
I do know that.
I don't know when that happened for me.
I'm upset.
Yeah, I know. I didn't mean to be political, but growing up, I drank soda. Like we would buy Pepsi and shit. But I'm a really slow drinker. I'll have the same cup for like 4 days of like any beverage.
Yeah.
And so I would like drink part of the Pepsi and then make the tab go sideways as if someone's gonna try to take it and put it in the fridge and drink it over the course of a couple days. And then I was like, I just don't like this. I like the first few sips, and that's why I'm like, oh, I like seltzer because I like like something that stings me. Like I like a real hard
You
seltzer.
like the angry part of the drink.
Not a hard seltzer, a biting seltzer.
You like a good fizz. And I get that. But seltzer is just, I have a hard time drinking seltzer as like a soda replacement. Because
that I don't think you can do. It has to just be its own thing. Like,
why don't you like? Because it's just like doesn't hit the same thing for you as that soda does.
Like soda without the flavor.
It's not a soda replacement.
It doesn't have my go-go juice. It's not good. You know what I mean? Like that's I could do like unsweetened iced tea as a replacement because that I feel like has more like flavor. But I think having it like be flavored and be carbonated, but then not have the rest of it. I also don't like the nicer sodas that use like cane sugar. I want like a can of chemicals straight to my dome.
Yeah.
I really like a spicy ginger beer. Like
I like that too. I like that too.
That's Jessica's big thing. She'll get like, I mean like spicy, like so spicy.
Like savory almost.
Like chunks of ginger are floating in it, like getting
absolutely.
I love that.
Yes, I want like a ginger beer that makes my nose sweat. Like,
I love that.
That's good. Yeah. Okay, we can all get, finally we can move on. Okay,
thank God.
Thank God. Okay, so Dr. Frenchburger is the judge for this. The desserts people make are kind of across the gamut. So Fabio made a granola and oat tart with eggless pastry cream and fresh berries.
This might have been good. Every word that just came out of your mouth sounded disgusting to me. What I can recall from it is eggless oat curd cream. Like that's what I heard. So I'm going to give it a thumbs down.
Okay. So you know I like eating anything that sounds like it'll make me shit. So I will eat this.
I would certainly eat this too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The next one. Jeff. Frozen cherry and white fig yogurt with a baklava spring roll.
I don't like cherries, but I love baklava, so this sounds good.
I'm here for baklava. I just don't think these two things maybe go to me.
I agree with you.
It feels like two desserts. What do you think, Kate?
I think I would still eat it. Yes, I would eat it. I feel bad because I'm not like a picky eater at all. Like I'll kind of eat anything. Like I'll eat if Jess is like experimenting with something in the kitchen, then she's like, try this, then I'll eat that. I'm like, whatever, mommy's good eater. Like I can like I like eat everything off of the plate. It's like I especially if somebody's making something for me, I'm gonna eat the whole thing.
And Kate, I love that about you, because the other day after Jessica multiple times explained to me that Kate will eat whatever, I brought over a Tupperware of scraps from a cake that I cut off.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is disgusting. No one's going to want this. And you guys ate it. And I love that. Because
it was delicious.
I would eat it, but it's just not very nice. It's not a presentable dessert.
Does not need to be presentable to me. I used to work at a laser tag place, and like after the birthday parties, they would have like scraps of cake. That's what you think I'm not eating that, dude? I'm like 20 years old, like eating leftover cake.
Mommy's good eater, eats your laser tag cake.
Mommy's good eater, eats like a fucking rat in a Subway.
I also must say, before I forget, Kate, I have one of you and Jessica's Tupperwares in the trunk of my car that at one point held a cake in it.
Well, I mean, we got Tupperwares all over town, truly.
I gotta bring it to you. I just remembered.
Don't even worry about it. At this point, we do any takeout container gets saved all the time. So Absolutely. We're just like, it's just a rotation.
Okay. Yes. My whole life just flashed before my eyes. I remembered that, like, I think after Reka's birthday party, I took home some cupcakes in it or something. And now I'm like, oh no, I gotta get it back.
Truly didn't even remember, because we're just given it's like a big exchange.
I think there's like a sort of sisterhood of the traveling Tupperware or something. if that book had multiple pairs of pants, which would entirely defeat the purpose.
Yeah.
Okay. Eugene made a mini blini burger with banana lumpia fries. I think this is a cute idea. I bet the blini wasn't super great.
Absolutely, but I'm sold on banana lumpia, so.
Fun fact, there's a dog near me, not physically right now because that is sassy, but in my vicinity that is named Lumpia, and it's a wiener dog.
Oh, that's cute.
I think that's cute, and I think the owner was a little freaked out. That was like, that's Lumpia. He's like, I don't know you. That's why it's nice that my roommate has a dog, because I can maybe talk to dog people a little.
How did you hear about the dog that Luke was like, oh, I met a dog named Lumpia, and it's like outside?
I don't know how it happened. The man was walking and then talked to the dog. I was like, what's his name? I'm sick.
I'm sick in the head, and I take notes on who's living around here. Yeah. Dog-wise,
yeah. Okay, then Melissa made, I already know Jordan's response. A baked dessert burrito with Greek yogurt sauce.
This is a huge thumbs down. Melissa, I can't even believe she's still on the show. Unbelievable.
I mean, Melissa, I think I don't know. I don't want to be like too judgmental of her.
Totally.
I like her, but it seems like she's kind of saying what she thinks she has to say.
Yes.
She's making stuff that she thinks will, I don't know. She's like making stuff that like she'll think will be appealing to everyone, but in doing that, she's like not making something that is representing herself or is appealing to the judges.
I think she also just, as a part of what you're saying, Kate, hasn't really found her voice, right. At least not in strong enough of a way to present on television.
Right.
Because she's like, I like cooking Latin flavors, so I made a fruit burrito. It's like, well, right. I think you're not extrapolating enough from this thing. Like, you clearly love cooking Latin flavors. Like, take a beat, think about it. Because this, listen, I'll eat a wet tortilla any day, but a tortilla that is just has like fruit in it with like no other.
Was it a corn tortilla? Like, what was it?
Was a wheat. I think it was a whole wheat tortilla, which I liked. Again, I like something that might make me shit, but I don't even know.
Oh, you're shitting after this thing.
I think I'm gonna shit after this. Which
so much fiber.
Which is nice, but I think there is nothing cohesive about it. Like, even dessert pizza, sometimes I can't really get behind. I would rather just eat kind of the stuff that's
fruit.
Yeah, or like I would rather eat something else.
I think when you're looking at like soggy ingredients, that's really tough. Yeah,
exactly. And then a Greek yogurt sauce. No, ew.
It's also too like what it feels like when you see someone, they're like, I made a whole burrito or like a burger and fries dinner. But when you bite into it, you realize that the burger is actually the patties, Rice Krispie treats, and the buns are cupcake buns.
Yeah.
And then the fries are apples. I'm like, why would you want that?
Tastes good.
What am I, a child? Like, I'm not a baby. I'm not like, you don't have to trick me to eat other food. I don't know. Just like so, it feels so weird to me.
Yes, I think it's goofy, and I don't want to eat it. So then, Radhika made a bread pudding with sautéed white peaches and roasted cashews.
I love cashew.
I love a cashew. I remember this dish all the way from the original time I watched this season.
Wow.
It might be because Radhika's Indian. It might be because it was a dessert. It might be both. So. And
she got she got immunity from it. Yeah.
Okay. Leah made a crepe with whipped ricotta. It really looked like a layered crepe, but a crepe with whipped ricotta, strawberries, and balsamic reduction. What do you thought?
Yeah.
Okay, Stefan made sugar-free mousse de chocolat with cherries. Kate, there's something you should know, which is that neither Jordan or I like cherries.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to upset you. I don't want you to think we're against you. I'm just not a cherry girl.
Reka and I don't like Stefan.
And that's kind of an interesting too for this.
I wouldn't want Stefan to know I was eating it. I would.
You go hide.
In this scenario, I'm a production assistant on the set of Top Chef.
Yes.
And all the chefs have left, and it's my job to clean up. And I do that by scraping the plates into my fucking mouth. And that's kind of what I mean. And also, so cherries, the flavor or the pit, the difficulty eating it. What about cherries?
I think I want a little more tart and tang from it. And I think I just get a little one note. Yeah. I don't like inefficient foods. I don't like a food where most of it you throw away.
Yeah.
Artichokes are a really hard sell for me. I don't get it. I don't know how we thought to eat them when most of them are inedible, and you see
Reka dislikes artichokes. I have to interrupt her to say Reka ordered artichokes one time. Like, I'm gonna make artichokes this week from like this farm share CSA thing we used to be a part of.
Yeah.
Reka was like, I'm ordering artichokes. I'm gonna cook them. I'm like, okay, I love that. She makes them. She eats like half of one, and then she's like, you need to come get this and eat the rest of it because it's too difficult to eat. I won't even eat it. She like didn't even want it in the house.
It's not. What's stupid is I like the taste. It's just not food. It's not anything.
That's crazy. You disliked it so much that I had to come pick up a plastic bag of cooked artichokes from you.
Here's the thing. I did it taste
How many artichokes? How many?
It was delicious. She had two, so it's four halves. I think she ate one of the halves.
I ate one of the halves.
It was delicious. Yeah. That's like the craziest thing.
I made it good.
So good.
It was like a white wine glazed artichoke. They were good. It's just like, I don't get anything from eating.
You don't like the scraping?
I don't feel full. I care about scraping. Right. It's like the taste is good, but it does nothing for me. It's like eating air or something to me. So it's like it's like a waste of time.
It feels like if food like that's hard to eat feels like I'm surviving on it in a way where I'm like, I've like
so much
foraged this.
Yeah.
It's a lot of effort. It's a lot of work, you know.
The one exception I will make is a pomegranate because I can eat the inside. That's fine.
One of the hardest foods to eat, Reka.
I know. But
I try to tap it with a knife like people tell you and see what a lie that is.
No, nothing helps. Once you do get it all out, it's nice.
They're sure nice. Yeah.
They're sure nice.
I don't care how hard something is to eat. I'm down to eat anything. Like, I grew up like peeling crawfish and shrimp and stuff and like eating that. So I'm used to kind of like doing a little work before you eat a thing.
Yeah.
I just don't think cherries taste good. I think they taste bad. I either think they're like kind of flavorless or kind of just like they make me be like, you know?
Sure. Totally fair.
I think too, here's my bias. I'm coming in with cherry bias, and I should have said that to begin with. And I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Bias.
Thank you.
I think maraschino cherries are my least favorite fruit in the world. I think one of the most disgusting things ever. And let me guess, Jordan, do you like them?
I like them. I don't want to eat. I don't like them. That's far too. That's
in a cocktail?
I love a Shirley Temple or a Dirty Shirley or like a maraschino cherry on an ice cream sundae. I think is like really fun.
I give those to people. I don't mind the flavor of like the Shirley Temple like syrup or whatever, but just that like, I don't know, something twisted about it. There are
these ones that I wanted to try, Luxardo cherries, and they're like maraschino cherries, but like extra fancy or whatever.
Yes.
Because I was like gonna try to make an old fashioned myself because I just want to set myself up for failure. And like some people put them in there and they were like, get Luxardo cherries though. I go to the store and a jar of these things is like $30. And I'm like, I guess I'm just never trying this food. You know, I'm just not going to try this food.
That's wild.
And it's like it's like a little jar. It's like a little jar. I mean, every fucking part of making an old fashioned is too expensive. Like,
yes,
you know, all of the little shit is expensive. Bitters are expensive. Like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Can I share a cherry story?
Yeah.
Yes, and then I have a cherry question.
Proceed.
My cherry story is that that maraschino cherry factory in Red Hook, where basically bumblebees had turned red and no one knew why. And it was because they were accidentally drinking some of the syrup that had leaked out of this maraschino cherry factory. And the bumblebees turned red, and
that's cute.
But their honey tasted like shit.
Did it really?
Yeah. But then the real story, they went into the factory. There was a drug house there.
I have never heard this.
Yeah, I forget the name of the company. I read the Best American Food Rating 2019, and this was an essay in there. And then it has a sad ending. Look it up.
What happened? What?
It's too sad.
Sad for the bees, or sad for the people of Red Hook? Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, so that's my cherry story. I kind of forgot midway through that it was so sad. I wish I hadn't done it.
That's okay. I'm gonna bring the energy back.
Thank you. Please, oh my God, ignore that.
I will say, I love a chocolate covered cherry, like a cherry cordial type thing. You know what I mean? Like where it's like
Luke is making eyes because that's Luke's favorite dinner.
Okay, love you, Luke. I love you, Luke. I like the ones too, especially that have the chocolate on the outside.
Yeah.
Then it's a layer of like cream,
crispy?
Like
cream.
No, crispy would be good too, but creamy, where it's like light pink cream. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, Jordan, we hate and like all the opposite cherry things. I would rather eat like a fresh cherry than eat any of the things you're talking about.
No, I like it when it's chocolate and then it's creamy and then it's the syrupy and then it's the maraschino cherry. I think that is very good.
That sounds good.
So my question is, what do you guys think?
If you cover something in chocolate, I'm gonna eat it. Yeah.
I'll take one bite and I think I can't do the rest. It tastes like medicine to me. But Luke, my roommate, the Sassy's father, loves that kind of horse shit.
Wow, I didn't know Luke liked those. Okay.
That kind of absolutely cool.
You said cherry cordial and his ears perked up like a dog.
God, how did I not know this?
I think as a kid, I would have been really disappointed to like find that it would have been like the last thing in like a box of chocolates from like Christmas or some shit. Absolutely. And I would have been bummed, but I sure would have still eaten it.
I'm a nut girl, so I would have been the person that took all the delicious nut chocolates, like a little hazelnut, a little macadamia nut, a little almond.
Squirreled them away.
Squirreled them away like a little nut hound.
I think the thing is, okay, so this might be too much of an aside. My dad was diabetic when we were growing up, so he never bought soda. He never bought like a lot of candy and shit. So when it was in the house, it was like a fucking race. Like if we had Oreos, it was a race. I could eat a fucking whole section of Oreos easy. And just, you know, because it was me or my sister, or my dad would slurp it down, even though he had diabetes.
I will say, Kate, your love of dessert is one of the first things I remember about you.
Thank you.
Because we went to iconic LA bar Birds, and you were one of the only people I know who wanted to look at the dessert menu. And I was like, yes.
Yeah.
And Jess
I didn't
was
know
like,
Birds had a dessert menu.
Absolutely. I think it's chocolate cake. And Jess was
it's like two things. It's not like extensive.
It just was like, Kait loves desserts. I was like, I love Kait. Oh my God.
I gotta have some sweet at the end of a
I
huge meal.
literally have to.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. Hosea made green figs and white peaches brushed with honey and balsamic. Now, I would eat this. If someone gave this to me as like my dessert, I might be slightly upset, but I would eat this for sure.
I think a fig is so elevated, even in its most bare essence, that it is one of the few fruits that, sorry, I thought I was saying the word fruit wrong, but I'm not. Fruit.
Jordan's never had to say it out loud because they hate it so much.
I hate it, so I've never said it out loud. Fruit. That's what I am. Okay. It's a fig. If someone gave me a fig at a restaurant as like an app or as a dessert, I would be like, wow, this I accept.
Yeah.
But other fruit desserts, no.
Okay. We found a little exception.
I agree that figs are a little like, because I don't ever make a fig for myself I don't prepare a fig for myself at home.
Absolutely.
And that's what I tend to when I go to a restaurant. That's like my typical strategy is like, okay, so maybe I've had something before and I know that I like it, but I'm going to go for something that's like, this would be such a fucking hassle to make at my house. I would suck at making it at my house. Yeah. Even if I had whatever, all the dishes in the world, or, you know,
absolutely
pans, what have you. You know, it would be hard. So that's, yeah, I agree that fig seems like very fancy.
I think it's a genius strategy. I think that's how people should be eating when they go out, in my opinion.
Okay. Ariane made a whole wheat crepe with caramelized pears and toasted almonds. I would eat that.
Yeah.
There's a big pear fight in the chat.
Big pear fight happening. Hashtag pear fight. Where do you stand? Yes or no on pears? I'm kind of in a bullshit position where I think pears are totally fine. I think there's a lot of really bad pears. When you bite into a hard pear, that is among the most disgusting things.
Yeah, they can be so grainy. It can be
yes, that like mealy, nasty taste.
Yeah.
Here's where I'm always a little like, huh? When people use pear in like cooked desserts, like on Bake Off, they'll be like, I made a pear, the essence of pear cake. I'm like, hey, that's not gonna taste like anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like a pear with a blue cheese.
Yeah. So in a salad, absolutely.
Yeah, it's like in a salad or in like a crostini with like a balsamic reduction, some Roquefort, and then some little pear. I can get into that. But other than that, I'm definitely not trying to eat one.
Pear with almond butter is not too bad. If you get a good, I mean, it's the same with apples. It's like you can get the dumbest apple in the world and be like, fuck apples forever. I think pears, the ratio of bad pears is just so much bigger. So I can totally understand why somebody would be like, fuck pears. But I really have had like half a dozen life-changing pears where I'm like, I gave pears a bad rap. And I was wrong.
I think the apple comparison is very apt, Kait, because I think people are also maybe more aware of the type of apple they like. So they will not get a red delicious. Like I will never touch a red delicious in my life.
No.
I will never touch so many types of apples. I'm very aware of the type of apples I like. And I think with pears, maybe people just get whatever, or they take whatever's in the fruit bowl at whatever place and are unhappy.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
At the place.
We all know what I'm talking about.
Pear place.
At the pear factory.
Pear.
Okay. Jamie made a ricotta, mascarpone, peach, nectarine, and cherry Napoleon.
Too many fruits.
I love fruit. I think this pastry looks really bad, but I would eat this in general. I think that I have a picture of it.
I was gonna say
like almost uncooked. Oops, no one can.
Here we go. Oh, I remember this one because it did look like it had toppled over.
Yeah, and it just they kind of looked like uncooked almost.
Yeah. I guess what they have like fucking 45 minutes or whatever, and
yes,
I don't know. I would certainly try it. 75% would finish it probably. That's my certainty.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Carla made baklava with a chocolate disc and fried bananas that were supposed to be banana ice cream.
That's great.
I'll eat this.
That's awesome.
I'm big into bananas too. I'll eat banana in pretty much any form, you know. Oh, yeah.
Interesting. You'd eat a banana in any form? Okay. Now, Kate, there's a political debate on Talk Chef about a banana.
I'm literally going to the bathroom. I have to go to the bathroom.
Are you about to pull an old banana out of your fridge right now?
You know, I weirdly only have 3 new bananas that I bought a couple days ago. So
wow, is everything okay?
Yeah, no, I'm sick in the head.
Oh God.
I slid this little guy out onto a plate the other day. Early in pandemic, actually.
Yeah.
And people
I've
don't
seen
like
this
it.
image.
Do you like it?
You know what? I'm sure the banana is very, very sweet. It's very usable. Are you just taking a fork to that or
so that was interesting. Normally, this was sort of an in-between phase for me because it came out on one piece, like this sort of slug kind of figure. So I did eat this with a spoon, yes. Okay. But there are times when I would actually just make that into banana bread.
Right.
People in the chat, if you look, you don't have to look, they're sounding off that they love this picture, that it's good. So I will say this is the first time Jordan has left in like 60 episodes. But I think maybe they're probably taking a moment to kind of think about the banana.
I think a lot of people are really scared of ripe bananas, and it's a shame because they're so good. I do like, okay, so Jess had surgery over the summer. Her mom and dad came to visit and like helped take care of her while she was recovering. And her mom was in our kitchen and she took one look at our bunch of bananas, which weren't even anywhere close to ripe, in my opinion. Like they had just started to show like little dots of brown, like little bits of being ripe. And she was like, do you need to throw these away? Like she thought we were like just letting food rot on our counters or something. I was like, these are still, I would take this and peel it and eat it.
Okay, don't shop on bananas, guys. Don't just go out and buy new green bananas when there's perfectly stinking bananas lying on your shelf right now. Okay, it's sick. It's absolutely sick to me.
It's
Katie, thank you for raising this issue. Sometimes people don't agree with me on it, but I like
it. Change, you know, and it's cool to like. So it's cool to like look at. I mean, I'm sure a lot of fruits do this, and I just don't know about them or whatever. But like, for a banana to eat it at its like when it's still green versus when it is super ripe, there's like different vitamins and shit that you like, it changes chemically, and it's like that shit's interesting to me. Like
it's probably good for you. Kate's right.
It's good for you. It is good for you. It's like sweeter and has more sugars, but there's also like some other chemicals that get fucking I don't know, dude. I'm not a fucking banana scientist.
Yeah, you're not a banana scientist, and who would deign to claim they are? If someone
are at this point, I think.
At this point, actually, I might be a banana.
I think you're qualified.
Title, Kate.
Because I can resuscitate them into banana bread. Okay, so everyone agrees with me. Let's move on. Okay, so then okay, wow, I pulled up that banana picture and lost my place. But it was kind of worth it, I think.
Wait, I'm so sorry. Amy in the chat is saying, I only just found out recently that banana trees only fruit once.
Yeah, and then they have to chop them down.
They're like the bees of trees.
They are like the bees. They sting once and with their bananas, and then they're done.
Okay.
It's crazy.
And you guys know
crazy
that the bananas that we eat are going to go extinct, right? So we should all be so lucky to have a fucking banana.
Just like the bees.
We should all be so fucking lucky. Never throw out a banana. Eat it till it kills you.
Wow.
And they used to have seeds and stuff too. Like we bred them to not have a bunch of seeds in the middle. You know what I mean? And there's this great video of like some ding dong TV personality from like an 80s sitcom. I can't even remember who it is. Maybe the chat would know. But he's talking about like why God exists, and he's saying that like, look, it's proof. Like God made food like the banana perfect for us to eat, but like the banana's been cultivated for like a fucking 100 years.
Luke says it's Kirk Cameron of
Kirk
growing
Cameron,
food.
yeah.
Oh, he's a real crazy.
He's a real freak.
Great video to look up too. If you're just Google Kirk Cameron bananas and just have a fun time.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Wow. Jason's also sounding off Kirk Cameron.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah. I knew people would know. Everyone's so smart. I love them.
Okay. I simply love that we've had a cherry diatribe and a banana respite in this episode.
Banana respite.
Yes. Beautiful. Okay. Now we got to get the results of this quickfire. I can't believe I think it's the longest we've ever talked about a quickfire.
Sorry.
No, it's awesome because you've brought new life to so many of these conversations, Kate. So I love it. So on the bottom was Carla, Ariane, and Jamie. On the top was Radhika, Leah, and Jeff. Our girl Radhika takes the win and gets immunity. Now the elimination challenge, because Daddy Tom was really upset last week because he was like, you guys all fucking sucked, but you helped each other and it's Christmas, so we won't eliminate anyone. But next week we're eliminating 2. So he came to remind them, hey, because you guys all sucked last week, we're taking off all the boundaries this week. Cook your food. Cook the food that makes you.
Last week he said ho ho ho. This week he said ho ho home for 2 of you. Okay.
So Jordan is sort of our Toby Young in that way.
Yeah, we both have incredibly round faces and extremely annoying.
So the challenge is to make a family style, serving of whatever this food you want to make.
Anything they want.
And the little twist is that it will be tasted blind because Toby Young is going to be judging for the first time and wants to get to know them food first. And another little surprise is that the other chefs, they're doing it in chefs, and the other chefs that are not in the kitchen are going to be tasting along with Toby and the judges.
Yeah.
So the dishes we get from this. Now, again, the challenge is to just cook your food, no parameters. Radhika made a curried crab bisque with a lemon-scented crab salad.
Yum.
I know it didn't turn out well, but it does sound good. Lemon scented throws me off. I want it lemon tasted, but
I agree with you. Absolutely. I think that's like a fake word that people use,
yes, I agree.
It's not real.
Is that just like she put like a little zest on it or something?
You put like a air purifier.
And what's the problem with it? It was just spicy, right?
They said it was spicy. They said it had no taste or something. I don't know. Stefan's a lady. I will say that I took pictures of these dishes, and then in between, this is the next picture I have, which is sort of sassy, kind of waving.
She looks like a jack-o'-lantern there.
Yeah, she kind of always does.
It's a big pumpkin head.
She big pumpkin head. Yeah. Okay. Then Hosea made a bacon-wrapped halibut with roasted vegetables in a beurre blanc sauce.
Would certainly eat. Carla liked the vegetables. So, I bet they tasted fucking great.
Absolutely.
Okay. Unsurprisingly, I do have another after that beginning. This is just a different sort of angle.
Right.
Then Jamie, feels like Rachel was taking the pictures like this. TV talk. TV talk.
Yeah, just back and forth. Literally in a swiveling chair, like moving.
Yeah.
Okay. Any post supervisors in the house? Because Jamie's name is spelled 2 different ways in the lower third from the quickfire and this lower third.
Oh, shit.
Halfway through the show.
Jamie made seared scallops with fennel, garlic, oranges, and olives. And she was like, I'm going to prove to them I can cook a scallop. I'm like, I think she did cook them a scallop once and then fucked up a scallop. Yeah. And it's not, she just really likes cooking scallops. And then we get our famous line, top chef scallop. I mean, I'll eat this.
Yeah.
I'll eat this, but I don't like Jamie. Sorry.
She was bumming me out a little bit. I think I think it was in a previous episode where they were like trying to do the on-air TV challenge, and she was critiqued for like kind of folding in on herself and like sort of beating herself up. And I think this shit is so hard. Like watching Top Chef, I do love this show, but any competition reality show just makes me like fold over. It makes me like so bummed out because there's so, obviously they're not just judged on their food. They have to be a TV personality. They have to be like have a brain and be able to talk on TV, which is super fucking hard.
Yes.
And it's its own skill set and everything. So to see her really collapse under that pressure, you know, and then to not take the criticism for it well either, like, it's such a bummer. Such an absolute bummer.
Absolutely. You kind of see not only the quality of chef rise throughout the seasons, but also their ability to like do this kind of, you know, lower third talking head type of stuff. And I think that is just like a sign of the times and things.
And some people, I mean, like, I think Carla is dynamite at it. And
oh my God,
Jeff let me know. She's like, oh, she's just straight up a food personality now. Like, you know, and I was like, that's so clear why. She's so positive. She takes criticism. So like, she thinks about the critique and says like, oh yes, I could have done this, this, and that.
Yeah. When Toby was like, I don't know if she'll ever have the confidence. I'm like, he's such a sexist asshole. Cause he was saying how like the one dude, he's like, oh, he takes risks and in the future he'll take more risks and make, so he's judging him on dishes that he hasn't even made yet. Yeah. And then he's judging Carla saying like, she's not confident and she never will be. And it's like, dude, she made a better dish right now. Toby is insufferable. He has all these like canned, stupid fucking like monologue jokes that he tries out. His like Jess pointed out, like his dumbass like similes that shoehorn in a reference from whatever year it is. He's so fucking annoying. He just reminds me of people that think they're funny when they absolutely need to be told they're not.
He's just like, oh, the avocado puree was
WMDs are right here. So
like Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder was his reference.
So
like, can you shut the fuck up?
Oh my God, you're burning some calories on that long walk. Yeah. Just insane. And to like repeat comments other people were making, like someone might be like, these two things don't go together. And he's like, it's sort of like when you watch traditional British actors and then they're in something where they have to do a character and it's sort of like they're being upstaged by the supporting cast. You're like, okay.
You know, he had such long fucking tangents that they had to cut out of this episode. Yeah. If those are the ones they kept in, that dude probably talked for like fucking an hour in between each, like he probably talked so fucking much. He's so annoying.
Absolutely so annoying. Okay, Fabio made a rack of lamb with cheese ravioli and mushroom sauce. Listen, I know that lamb was raw. And here's my little
is lamb like similar to beef where you could eat basically like, okay.
Yeah. My thought on this, and I know I'm a little vegetarian asshole, but I'm like, Fabio, you saw how raw it was.
Yeah.
Can't you just serve your delicious pasta?
Because they raved about the rest of the dish.
Yeah. And you
Frenchie McMuffin called it a perfect, delicious thing without the bad lamb.
And he and then you see Carla we're in meat bias territory where people like it's not a dish if I don't have meat. You saw Carla fall for it too a little later.
Yeah.
Eugene made a crispy red snapper with tomato, basil, and daikon fettuccine.
I mean, I would eat it, but yeah, the radish, like a hot radish, does sound weird to me. But you know, he's too creative.
I love daikon. The like exact combo of this stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe doesn't match to me. I would still try it, but
sure.
Yeah.
I just feel like hot radish is a thing in other cultures.
For sure.
And Toby Young being like,
yes, I think acting like it was from out of absolutely fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
Like you didn't come like and go like, I'm making an Italian dish. Think about this as Italian. You know, he's like, he cooks from a lot of like Southeast Asian flavor profiles and shit like that. So like, I don't know. Toby literally needs to read.
I think if he just didn't call it what
fettuccine.
Yeah, just don't call it fettuccine and then it's something else entirely. It's just a tomato-based sauce with radish in it or whatever. Maybe I don't know. That's another hard part is like presenting the dishes. And it's like you said, like it's 2008/2009. It's like they haven't like grown up with Top Chef like how the chefs now on like seasons have. So it's like harder to it's hard to know. Like you don't know what's gonna work perfectly on these shows. So
absolutely.
I don't know.
I'm just like, if you're a food critic and you want to be like, that's not a thing, you better know about every single culture and know that it is truly not a thing, and not just not a thing in a culture that you're familiar with, because I think that is annoying. I understand a normal person not knowing and being confused. If this was an event where they were like, I don't know, feeding people like a children's birthday party, it would make sense when people were like hot radish. But to be a like world-renowned food critic, I don't.
I totally agree.
Right. I think
you fucking know,
because people kind of make fun, like food critics, like, what's your job? Eating food. Part of it is like having a big base of food knowledge and knowing like, this preparation I'm about to eat is going to have these flavor profiles. So like, don't be startled what like these, my imagination when I go to tomato and basil might be going one place.
Right.
And like, cause I remember this dish from the first time I watched this too. And I think I was confused. And now like, even as we're talking, I'm like, oh, I've eaten radishes and like hot Indian food.
And I guess radishes, you know, they're just like got peppery flavors. Like why wouldn't they fit with something like that?
Yeah, it's just a vegetable. Like, why are you telling me I can't make a vegetable hot?
Right.
Like,
I will say, this is jumping a million seasons forward, but there are so many things like that. Like, you simply do not do blank with blank, which is very strange to me. And they like, there's an episode where they get like fresh prosciutto, and it's like very taboo to cook it. And I get there might be many reasons why, but like one of the people cooks it and it's like, you did what? And it tastes good. And it's like, yeah, you should.
Of course it tastes good. It's fucking bacon.
Bacon.
Also, if I ever hear one more person again say, oh, seafood and dairy don't go together.
Yeah.
I'm speechless. I can't even believe that any dumb would say that.
Yeah. It's that's the thing where like frame of reference matters, right? It's like, for me, who doesn't know about fish, I'm like, I can't pair the cheese with a fish and know what that tastes like. So I'm like, Kraft American singles on top of tuna. It's like, no, like a clam chowder is fish.
A clam chowder.
Like, you know,
a fettuccine Alfredo with the shrimp on it.
Exactly.
A fish taco with crema on top of it.
In season 15, they give Adrian shit for doing that. And it is like kind of boring. It's like, I don't know.
A tuna melt.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Wake your brain up.
Yeah.
Even just like your cream-based sauces, you know, like an aioli or what, anything like that, you know.
Lox and cream cheese.
Hey, lox and cream cheese.
I'm freaking out.
So good.
Okay.
That's tonight.
Melissa made ahi tuna crudo tacos. Listen, I gotta
eat that cat food. I'm gonna eat that cat food.
I would eat it, but like Melissa, it is
bad choice.
It's sad when she's like, this is me, and they're like,
this bitch pretended she made up ahi tuna tacos. Like, that's like, you know, I invented twice baked potato skins, and that's what I'm gonna make. Like, that is on every fucking menu, even back then.
Yeah,
you see. People on this show, there's been a couple instances where people are like, I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to make fish tacos.
Yeah.
In season 13, TBH, the winner does that. Not for when they actually win, but they're like, they do like a big taco thing for a challenge where it's like, make your own pop-up. And they're like, my thing is I make crazy tacos. There's like fish, there's like Korean barbecue. I'm like, those
maniac
exist.
Yeah. I'm like, go outside your house. Like,
literally walk into your door. Okay, Stefan made roasted duck and braised cabbage with bread dumplings. Yes, I'll eat those.
Sorry, I was typing Rangoon into the chat.
We were all responding to Christine and took a moment and we're like, an interesting article about
a moment of silence.
Yeah. I would love, my friend, where did Crab Rangoon originate? I have a thing my friend told me, but it might be wrong.
What is your origin story that you heard?
Okay, I'm gonna look it up because I'm gonna fucking have a recording of me being a dumbass.
I just know that crab rangoon is one of Kendall, my girlfriend's favorite foods.
So good.
I love them.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
I assume it's like probably somewhere on the west coast of America. It's like Chinese American food that is like some bastardization of something else.
Okay. I think it maybe originated in like San Francisco. My friend who's Chinese American is from St. Louis, and for the longest time was like, I can only find this in like St. Louis American style Chinese restaurants.
Crab Rangoon?
Yeah, that's what they were saying. I mean, she might have also just been like, that was when we.
A lot of places in like LA don't have it. LA's Chinese food is like doesn't. Yeah, I feel like they have that less. I mean, I've definitely gotten Crab Rangoon.
Yes, that was also like during 2007, and we had only ever lived in our hometowns and then New York. So that's entirely probably why. Okay, beautiful. So next we had a trio of tapas from Jeff: oysters, seared tuna, avocado sorbet, and grilled peaches.
Yeah, for sure.
Here's my thing. This is biased, Kate. This is fully biased. I don't like Jeff very much.
Oh yeah,
I don't like on the show when people do a trio, a quadrudo, a quartet, a quintet.
Well, Judge was saying that he was like, these are just three. Like this isn't a dish. These are just three separate things. Yeah,
I'm sick of it.
Absolutely, and I don't like Jeff. Moving on.
I don't like Jeff either. He's like a cartoon or whatever, you know, of like a cool Miami guy. He's like, he thinks he's like a little Ken doll or whatever, but
yes,
like,
he really truly does.
Yeah, especially when he's like that one episode where he's like, I let the children yell and then I came over and gave everyone a work schedule, and I was like, shut the fuck up.
I know, I don't like that. Ariane made skate wing with pineapple and cauliflower puree. This is
good.
Looked awesome.
Yeah.
Leah made a seared rouget encrusted in bread with fried beans in a chorizo sauce.
Remind me what a rouget is.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. Okay. I thought you had a pic of it right there.
I do have a pic and I can't tell what it is. It's a fish.
Rouget?
Wait, red mullet?
Oh, okay.
Is it Ruffy? That's what Luke wants.
Oh, like orange Ruffy?
Is it?
Or is it red mullet?
I do think orange Ruffy is one of the most hideous fish I've ever seen. If I'm thinking of the right fish.
Did you ever eat fish, Reka?
Oh, Kate. My white neighbor's dad gave me some fish once when I was like 4.
This is a bad beginning to a story. He gave me some pickled halibut from Go Fuck Yourself, Sweden.
I remember liking it, but I had no idea what it was.
Yeah.
And then in 4th grade, my 4th grade teacher made me try salmon because it was that.
Made you?
Yeah, I wasn't like, ew, no. I was just like, I don't know what this is. And she gave it to me and I didn't like it very much. And then I ate shrimp. When I had shrimp, I really loved shrimp.
Yeah.
That was the only seafood I ever ate. I never had crab or lobster, but shrimp was like a shrimp cocktail. That was like the height of like
fancy
fine cuisine to me. I was like, this is this is
what they eat in Beetlejuice.
Yes.
Yes.
Shrimp is king. Everyone knows how I feel about shrimp on this show.
Kate, I know you didn't watch this, but Jordan, did you watch the most recent season of Selling Sunset?
No, I don't like too much reality shows about rich people.
Okay, I exclusively do. So Chrishell is this one person on the show, and shrimp spoiler, she orders shrimp, and when it comes, she's like, ew, it has feet, and she doesn't eat it because it has the little legs on it. Okay, so that's your shrimp talk.
She's like certainly, that show. I mean, I'm just trying to imagine these ladies like eating food.
Luke pointed out there's a good amount of time spent because Luke Field, he now is a big fan of Selling
Number
Sunset.
One, Selling Sunset.
Selling Sunset. He pointed out that there's a lot of time spent on you hear what their orders all are. I remember Mary orders.
But do you see them eat it?
A little bit. They'll be like, oh my God, bread. And they'll eat like a little piece of bread.
Liars. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I don't want to judge, what these women are eating or whatever, but like, I would be it doesn't surprise me that she'd never seen shrimp like with the body or whatever.
Yeah, full body.
Full body shrimp.
It gets around. How do you think it walks to its house?
Yeah. How do you think it hugs its wife? How do you think it kicks its soccer ball?
Yeah. It's cute little shrimp soccer league.
Yeah, because it's in the Shrimp World Cup, you stupid idiot.
Oh, now I can't eat shrimp. They're too cute.
They're too cute and talented. Okay. Carla made a seared scallop on top of a risotto with a gremolata topping.
this looks good, and I don't think there's such thing as too much garlic, which is what they accuse her of doing.
Jordan, they did say it was like raw garlic.
I like raw garlic.
Yeah, I'm with Kait.
Actually, you two would get along because Jess told me, Kait, and you can correct me, that you would probably eat a whole red onion uncooked.
I do like raw red onion. Like, I like the flavor of it. I mean, I like, it's good to cook it and like get nice caramelization and stuff. Same exact thing with no, raw only.
No, it's good, but raw is so much better and it's so underrated. Raw is my favorite vegetable to dip in a dip. I think it's like unbelievably like crisp and sharp and refreshing, and it
just gives me a little acid a bit, and
that's fair. Yeah,
it makes me feel bad. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
but I'm heavy.
But I do love the taste of it on a sandwich. It like really livens.
Oh yeah, especially like diced, like almost like McDonald's style.
Well, that's good too. Sure. I usually do thin slices, like the lox and bagel I had this morning.
Oh yeah,
thin slices of bread, onion. Jessica made all of my food today like I'm a little baby, like I'm a little kid. She like brought me the food,
I love that.
Yeah, it was very nice. It was very nice. She cooks more than me in general, but I was like, I'm sorry, you're like feeding me all day.
She loves to cook.
She does like to cook, but that's I should reciprocate cooking.
Kait, this is an intervention. Jess actually told us to invite you.
Yeah.
My closet like open.
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to point out that the next thing I have is this freak ass video of Sassy sleeping.
Oh my god.
With her eyes open.
Oh, there we go, cutie.
She's sleeping with her eyes
blinking.
Open. It was very creepy.
She's like Gandalf.
Yeah, she is. In more than one way, she's very much like Gandalf.
She is.
Okay, but if we want to talk dogs sleeping with their eyes open, this is also how Rainbow sleeps.
Oh my god.
Is she asleep?
She was 2 seconds ago, but she sleeps like that, just like that with her eyes open.
Oh my god.
She's looking for danger.
Literally. She's too vigilant.
Does she bark a lot?
Yes and no. She likes to do one fierce bark, and then I go, hey, and then she stops most of the time.
That's good. She's a good girl.
She's a very good girl.
Poppy's evil.
Poppy is evil.
Evil, baby.
She's cute. Okay. Now that was it for those dishes. On top, we had Stefan, Jamie, and Ariane, and Jamie took home the win and said finally and blah blah blah.
That's another thing too. She's a little entitled and like what a thing to say finally, and then look at the other contestants who were up for it. Like they don't like they're so dumb. Why would you give it to them? Kind of a connotation.
Yes. Which
it's also like she's done so many bad things that it's like, what do you mean finally?
Served raw scallops, dude. Like people literally were spitting out your shit.
Yeah, and it was bathed in like its own like milk soup or something.
Milk soup.
Whatever. I'm not gonna besmirch fish and dairy. On the bottom we get Eugene, Melissa, and Carla, and this is a double elimination. So Eugene and Melissa go home.
Yeah. I was sad. I don't think,
I like Eugene.
I don't think Eugene should have gone home. I think he had more to give, and I think he was doing really creative stuff. I think he was a little bit ahead of his time.
Yeah.
And I think he just needed to refine the technique a little. I wish it wasn't a double elimination because it was time for Melissa, but I think we could have gotten more from Eugene. And obviously, I don't think Carla should have gone home.
Yeah. Carla, like I said, takes her criticism and is like, oh, you're right. I could have like incorporated the garlic into the dish more.
Absolutely.
And all of that. So I think that she's just like, is a TV person. Like she is ready to talk on TV and is charismatic and very, very positive. Even when they have like a challenge or they have to wake up super early, she's like, so gung-ho for it. So I fucking love Carla so much. And then,
I thought you said garlic. And I was like,
I love garlic so much. And then... And I agree with Eugene. And I also love the story of Eugene being like, I worked my way up. Yeah. Like, I like that, the idea of that too, where it's like, I didn't go to school for this, but I learned, which I think would make you somebody who's like, okay, I'm going to try new shit. Cause I just, that's how I figure stuff out. Absolutely. And that's an exciting person to like see their dishes and stuff.
Totally.
I agree.
Bummer. Melissa, sorry,
I know.
go back to working at TGI Fridays or whatever it's called. It's like,
not a great time for her on this season.
No.
Well, this was a really fun episode. I honestly love all of the tangents. I thought they were great. I love to get a good fruit talk in, and we got like 2 or 3, which is great. So Kait, I don't know if I should tell you this just yet, but a Bravo producer kind of whispered in my ear and told me something. You are top chef.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know this. There's 2 ways to become a top chef. You can compete on the Bravo reality TV cooking competition and win, or you could be a guest on this live stream podcast that's visual for charity, hosted by me and Reka.
Either way, an Indian woman will tell you are top chef.
Finally, I deserve this. I had this coming.
Yes. Sean wants to know. Great question. Sorry, Sean. You're right. Please keep me accountable. What would you have made for this challenge where you can cook anything you want, family style?
Oh, fuck, dude.
Pretend you have all the cooking ability in the world.
Yeah.
Family style meal. I mean, I guess we used to do like pork chops and like applesauce and stuff when I was a kid a lot. We would do that. So maybe some version of that. Like, I don't know.
That's a great one. Or what if I ask you this? If you had to make a dessert, maybe for the quick fire, because you're a dessert head.
Okay.
And this could just be
hard, dude.
Whatever your favorite dessert is, it could be.
That's why I feel bad judging any of these contestants, because this shit is fucking hard to do.
Absolutely.
Any dessert doesn't have to be sugar-free.
No. It can be if you want, but no, you can
easily make a sugar-free version. I mean, I'm like a Kathy cartoon. Like, I love chocolate so much. I would probably be like a chocolate heavy dessert with either like a cream or ice cream element to like lighten it up, because I know chocolate like really hits people hard. You probably can't have that much fucking chocolate or whatever, so like kind of like a Dutch cocoa, sort of a double chocolate chip cookie situation maybe. And then have like not just vanilla ice cream, but maybe some kind of like fancy ice cream, like a coffee kind of a thing. This is so basic and dumb. I don't know anything.
It's absolutely not. It's absolutely.
I would make like ahi tuna tacos. Like, shit's hard, dude. This shit is hard.
Hey, I told Jordan about this, and I think they were not disappointed. The All-American chocolate cake at Costco, I'll recommend to anyone. My personality is sort of changing before your eyes. I'm liking chocolate more and more nowadays.
And she's right. It's so, as a chocolate god, I'll call myself. I love it. It is so good. Rake is 100% right. And it's so cheap. It's like $13.99 or something for a
fucking
it's so good.
It's like four layers. Like for a
birthday party. It's like a giant fucking cake.
It's like 4 layers of chocolate cake with a really good chocolate buttercream and then chocolate shards all around the outside.
They also just started, I've seen on Costco Instagram networks that they've also started making it in cupcake form, like these like fat cupcakes.
Oh yeah. That you could still like sort of split with somebody, or
I guess.
Yeah.
If you're a freak.
Yeah.
If you're a freak. You know what I might make that? You know, I made this one time and it turned out really good. A salmon Wellington. Yeah. And it turned out really good. And it had like a little, and it had pears. It had like an arugula salad with pears. Oh, I made marshmallows too. Yeah, maybe that would be okay. That would be my dessert.
Just from the other room, listening with a tin can at the door.
I did make beer infused like marshmallows that are then I covered in chocolate and sprinkled like pretzels on top, like sourdough pretzels.
Oh, that sounds great.
Okay. I do make food. Okay, I make food sometimes.
You absolutely make food.
So probably, yeah, the marshmallows I think I would make they actually don't take that long to make once you like know how to do it.
Sure.
It's kind of a whole fucking to do. You need like a candy thermometer and like a big ass fucking pot because they boil it, like the sugar like boils up and gets really big. But once you know how to do it, you could probably do it within an hour. It'd be hard, but you could probably do it.
Hell yeah. One of
could
the
do it.
successful dishes I can remember in Top Chef Portland is Avishar's like space s'mores that he made. So
what was space about it? Did it
was like he like inverted it. It was like something freaky about it. It was like marshmallow ice cream dipped in chocolate graham. It was
really good.
Something only an astronaut would eat.
That sounds great though.
Hell yeah.
Oh, like freeze dried or something, like astronaut ice cream kind of shit.
You know, yet again another story I had no ending to, so maybe I should have kept it.
How come you don't have 25 seasons of Top Chef completely memorized instead of halfway memorized?
Well, Kate, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. This was so fun.
So fun. I know you have to watch The Bachelorette, your favorite show.
As we all do.
Kate loves The Bachelorette. Ask her anything about it. She loves it. Please get at her. Where can people find you if they want to see more from you?
I'm on Instagram, Kate drawing stuff. That's kind of the only place that I'm
also have a Hellboy podcast.
Oh yeah.
Even as I said that, I was like, is that what it is?
Yeah, you said it exactly. You know my plugs better than me, dude. If you are like super into Hellboy, the comic books, go listen to it. If not, don't worry about it. Or if you watch the movie, we had an episode about the movies and shit. All Crap, a Hellboy podcast. You can watch it if you want. Mostly it's just there to like document my voice for when I die and my sister wants to hear me.
Yeah, that's something beautiful about it, actually.
Yeah. It's more just it's a little niche.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and catch us next week when we talk about episode 8 of season 5.
Woo-hoo.
Bye. Okay.